Where do the dead people go? This is something that many people ask as a question. According to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 5 and 10, the dead people go nowhere unless you take them, unless you lift them up. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5 says, "For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing at all, nor do they have any more reward, because all memory of them is been forgotten." And verse 10 says, "Whatever you find, or rather, whatever your hand finds to do, do with your all might, for there is no work, no planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where you are going." Now, for many people that believe that when they die, their soul goes to heaven, this is not comforting at all, because for many years since they grew up, they were used with the idea, especially in many religions like Muslim religion, Catholics, Protestant, all actually 43,000 religions believe that when a person dies, his soul or her soul goes to heaven, to God. And what they do there, they don't know. Now, resurrection in the Bible of the dead, of our loved ones, which is an opportunity, another opportunity that is given to our dead loved ones to come back here on earth, to live on the earth, because God, with Adam and Eve, had a purpose to live on the earth, to make the earth a paradise, to take care of the earth, and the earth to take care of them, not the heaven. The heaven has plenty of angelic persons, millions and millions of them. So God's purpose was for humans to live on the earth with blood and flesh, and not to go to heaven, to God. That's a lie that has been told for 6,500 years, when this wicked angel, Satan the devil, said to Eve, "If you touch the tree, you will positively become like God, knowing good and bad, and not dying." He didn't tell her that you are going to die, otherwise Eve was not going to touch the tree. She was not that stupid, but she was deceived, Bible says. So the same deception has been carried along for over 6,500 years. So when you are born, your religion has taught you the same idea, that when a person dies, the soul goes to God, to heaven. We have explained this, the meaning of soul, what's the difference of soul and spirit, in detail to another video, over 50 minutes one. Now, we in the Bible, in 66 books in the Bible, have found 9 resurrections. So the Bible revealed 9 resurrections. One resurrection is done from prophet Elijah. Another, the second, is done from prophet, 2 are done actually from prophet Elisha. 3 are done from Christ himself. And all these resurrections are taken place on the earth, not in heaven. And Christ himself was resurrected, and he appeared to his disciples, 500 of them, and 2 more. One is done from Apostle Peter, and one from the Apostle Paul. Now, the resurrection, 40 resurrections, will take place after Armageddon, during the 1,000-year period of peace, which is mentioned 6 times in the book of Revelation chapter 20. If you read it, you will count 6 times. What is this period? So as Noah survived, with 7 members of his family survived the great flood, we will survive Armageddon, and we will grow toward perfection in blood and flesh. So, living forever on the earth, not on heaven, is mentioned another 40 times. So 66 books, our 66 books have mentioned at least once living forever on the earth. So let's go only in the book of Psalms, chapter 37. Chapter 37 of book of Psalms, only one chapter, right? Speaks about living forever on the earth 5 times. So, excuse me, 4 times. So let's see it, chapter 37, verse 9. Verse 9 says, "For evil men will be done away with." Oh, the evil people will not survive Armageddon, or they will not survive or continue to live during the period of peace after Armageddon if they are resurrected. But those hoping in Jehovah, Bible says, the true God, the Almighty, which means, Jehovah means he who causes us to become. He created us, he made us, has a meaning in his name, will possess the earth. And some Bible says the land. And verse 11, number 2 says, "But the meek will possess the earth." The meek are the humble, the gentle, soft people, loving people, righteous people. "And they will find exquisite delight in the abundance of peace." And verse 22 says, "Those blessed by him, by the true God, will possess again the earth. But those cursed by him will be done away with." So not all people will live on the earth, only the righteous. Now let's go, verse 29, which says, "The righteous will possess the earth, and they will live forever on it." You have Lord's Prayer at Matthew chapter 6, verse 10, which says, "Let your will be done as in heaven, also upon the earth." So God has a will for the earth, despite the transgression of Adam and Eve that we are reaping the consequences today, 6,500 years later. Jehovah has not changed his purpose. Through his Son, Christ Jesus, and his co-rulers with him, 144,000, that constitute God's heavenly kingdom government, they will help us to reach physical, mental, spiritual perfection, and we will transform this beautiful planet into a paradise. That was his original purpose with Adam and Eve. So the dead people go nowhere unless you take them.